trying to set up the other streams, right? CCNA, is CCNA still a good cert?
Yes, I would say it's still good.
Sergio, welcome in. Okay, in a month and a half. Oh, good, good. Awesome. Well, we know you're gonna pass. Can't wait for you to come and tell us you pass. Is it D? He didn't say it yet. Oh wow, when are we having system? Hi Icarus. When are we having a session for system administration? Oh, I don't know yet. I don't know if there would be. There's not enough time in the day. But after he answers, we'll get to the next one. So we have a lot of answers. So you go ahead.
Okay, so the answer would be A.
A. Okay.
Yeah, the answer would be
A. All right. Icarus, you're pretty consistent. We'll touch base on this later. Okay. Okay. All right. Please explain.
So it says, which of the following steps of the troubleshooting methodology would most likely include checking through each level of the OSI model after the problem has been identified, right?
Okay.
So now, Comptia has a 6-step troubleshooting methodology, right? Which, in my case, I think it's ideal when it comes to real world as well, right?
Wait a minute. What do you mean Comptia has a 6-step? So it's not known for everybody. It's just Comptia.
I mean, Comptia have established their steps, right?
Okay.
I'm not too sure about other vendors or companies,
Got
but
it.
As part of you studying for the Comptia certification, they emphasize on those 6 steps. Right?
Got it.
Yeah.
Hi,
so
CSSP.
So the first step into troubleshooting, right? And as I said, most of the time, I think it works in.
Hi, Rahim.
In every troubleshooting step, especially in technology, right? The first step that you have is identify the problem, right? So if you are a technician and then a user or a client says that, hey, I'm unable to get on to the internet, right? You don't just jump into fixing the issue, right? You have to identify the problem, right?
Okay.
Sometimes it might be a false positive, right? Which means it's not true, right?
Okay. The answer was A. CISP is accent. Is it plugged in?
Exactly, right? So first of all, you have to identify the problem, right? So you got the information. Try to log into their computer network. Try to access the website to verify that the problem is still there. And then now you can identify what the problem is, or identify the problem, right?
Okay.
So is it plugged in? Is there any recent changes, right? Did you move a new desk into your area, right? These are a few things that you need to ask the client. A new desk, yeah.
Okay.
Right. Maybe they unplug something, right? So those little details is ideal, right?
Okay. Right.
So that is the first step, right? Identify the problem, right?
Okay.
The next step is to establish a theory of probable cause, right? So as a technician, right, if someone says that they have an issue and then you identify the problem, right, you might be thinking of possible ways or which avenue what avenue. I'm drawing blank. but basically, what are the possible cause of this specific issue, right? And that is when the OSI model comes in, right? So for those that are interviewing for IT roles, right, especially the entry level roles, right? Most of the time, you get an interview question that says that, how would you troubleshoot? Right, using this methodology, Comptia methodology is perfect, right? And also emphasizing on using the OSI model, right? So OSI model gives you a layer approach to troubleshooting, right?
Okay. So for the people just coming in, the answer for this one is what?
The answer is A.
A. Okay. Right. Zero Diamond, welcome in. Zero Diamond says each level. So LOL, the wording matters. So and that's the thing that we're seeing. Hi, Miss J. Wait. I'm sorry. Hi, Jay. So the wording matters, and then Brandon says that don't use Nmap on company systems, though. LOL.
I mean, it depends. It
Okay.
depends, right? If you're a SOC analyst, right, you might have to use Nmap, right? So it depends.
And then CSS says, Raymond, you know that the real problem is, you know, is the DNS. That's why the internet isn't working. LOL. I guess yeah.
It might be. It might be, right?
I don't get it.
So yeah. So with the OSI model, right, we have layer 1, which is the physical layer, right? Layer 2 data link. Layer 3 is the network layer. We have the transport.
Welcome AMG.
Right. So all the way to what? The application level, right? So establishing a theory of probable cause, right? What you can do is what? Is start from the bottom, right? That's the physical layer, right? Is it even plugged in, right?
Okay.
We can move on to the next layer, which is layer what? Layer 2, right? Is it connected to a switch, right? So using that layer of approach is basically establishing what? A theory of probable cause, right?
Okay.
They didn't complete the word, but establishing a theory of what might have happened, right?
Okay.
So if you start from the beginning, layer 1, and you realize that the computer it's not even plugged in, right? So that would be the issue, right? But if the computer is plugged in, you move on to the next layer, all the way to what? Layer 7, which is what? The application, right?
Okay.
Which application is this user what? Using to browse the internet.
Okay.
Right? Maybe they are using Microsoft Word to browse the internet, right?
Okay.
So that is
Microsoft Word?
I'm just saying
Oh,
that because
sorry.
sometimes the end user
Word.
might not know the exact application to use, right?
Okay.
So moving to the OSI
OSI
model
model.
is ideal to establish a theory of what.
Okay. A lot of people said D, but before you get to that, Addie says that the problem is when you go to the proctored exams, they play on words. I agree.
Yeah.
And then CSSP says, Raymond, I know you're old school because you're talking OSI model when everybody's all about TCP/IP. And then Everton says that no, all I saw in the Network Plus was the OSI model.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's still
yeah.
on the.
It is.
So what's the difference between the OSI model and the TCP?
So the
Is it the same thing?
TCP is the newer model, right?
Okay.
TCP IP is the newer model, and it consolidates the last 3 and also consolidates the middle 2, right?
The last 3 of the OSI model.
Yes, right.
Okay.
But either ways, Comptia still emphasize on the OSI model,
Okay.
right? So that's why.
The question is for how long then? Seeing that it's this thing is the TCP.
Because remember, the OSI model is the base or the fundamental, right? So
Okay.
it's ideal to always reference that.
Back
right?
to it. Okay. All right. Yes, keto is A. Can you explain why it's not D? A lot of people say
Okay,
D.
so yeah, so D is verify functionality. So that would be step 5, right? But remember, the question is saying that would most likely include checking through each layer of the OSI model after the problem has been identified. There's a keyword.
Okay.
The first step is for identify the problem.
Okay.
Right? So it says after identifying the problem. So the next step we will establish a theory of probable cause.
A theory of probable
Not the
cause.
5th step, which is verify functionality.
After the probable. Okay. All right.
I hope that makes sense.
I hope so too. Welcome in. This is Tech Talk with Masako. Every day of the week is a different certification. Curated for people breaking newly into IT, or if you're already in IT and you're planning on taking a certification, we ask that you stop on by, answer the questions. It's supposed to like a gauging mechanism, right? See how well you're answering. If you're answering with ease, you know you're ready for the certification. If you are struggling a little bit, you know some polishing is needed before you go ahead and take the certification. So the people in the chat are people we range, right? People like me don't have much experience with this to people who have over 25 to 35 years experience in the chat. So truly there's no such thing as a dumb question. Ask your questions. The people with experience, occasionally they'll try to bully you. Don't mind them. Okay, they'll answer the question for you. Or if they don't get to it, Raymond will answer it, and believe you me, Raymond will over explain it for you. So don't hesitate to answer the questions and ask your questions. Full video will be posted on YouTube, same name. And then what was the last name? This is Raymond. He has over 30 plus certification, including his CISSP and all his AWS certifications. So welcome in. If you're not following, follow. Okay. The dumb question is the is the one not asked. Where? Oh, that's a good quote. I'm gonna write that. The dumb question is the one not asked. Okay. Network. Oh, and today is Network Plus. Obviously, right? Today's Network Plus. Tomorrow is Linux Plus. So if you wanted to be there for that one too. 9 p.m. Eastern Time, okay? A network administrator wants to implement an authentication process for temporary access to an organization's network. Which of the following technologies would facilitate this process? Ooh, let me write that quote down so I can say it. Okay, pass my post-it. Thank you. Okay. We have A and C. Any other takers? Oh, okay, Keto sister to sister. Keto says correct answer is A. Okay. Don't let Keto believe if you think that's the answer. All right. I should play the Jeopardy music. I keep saying that, but all right. Ready when you are.
Okay. Let me image and private. Okay, cool.
All right.
All right, so the answer would be A. The answer would be A. So you said we have which one and which one?
We had A and C, but there was only one person that
This
says
is
C.
Okay. I mean, all right. So most of the time, most people would say either A or B,
Okay.
right? So yeah. So A is captive portal, right? I'm going to show a screenshot. So when you go to Starbucks, right? Or yeah, Starbucks specifically, right? Yeah, I think most coffee shop or free internet.
No, I'm gonna tell you have to start talking about Starbucks.
Most companies that provide free Wi-Fi, you
or
should
hotel.
have. There you go, good one.
Yes,
Hotel, yes, yes, right. Yeah, you see that there's a little pop-up when you're trying to connect to the Wi-Fi, right? There's a little pop-up that comes up, and it will ask you for information, right? I mean, some hotel might ask you for your room number, right? And that is used to validate your you accessing the system, right? And also with that, right? You remember your room numbers. With that room number, you also have they also have the number of days that you're going to stay, right?
Okay.
So now, if you plug in your room number, the captive portal would automatically also give you access X amount of days, right?
CSC brought up the good point, which is the room number and your last name.
Yep, to validate, right? So it would give you temporary access to the hotel Wi-Fi, right? So you check out.
Hi, Vivo.
Right? With coffee shop, right? Or or food cafe.
Okay.
Yeah, cafe is the keyword.
Yeah.
With cafe shops, right? They also use your receipt number.
Oh, Paris Baguette. Sorry, I was trying to think of the cafe
Right?
name.
So yeah, they use your receipt number as well as validation, right? And they will grant you access for X amount of hours, right?
Okay.
So yeah, so that is captive portal.
So the answer is A.
It's A because it says that a network administrator wants to implement an authentication process for temporary access, right? So short term, right? So the enterprise authentication, right? Most of the time is for permanent employees, right?
You're
So,
welcome, Bobby.
like using LDAP or any other authentication system, right? It's usually for permanent employees, right?
CSVC, so my only thing is that the answers captive portals don't always have to create authentication. They can just grant it right in.
Yeah, they can, but some of them implement authentication. You have to log in with your Gmail. Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Some of them does that.
Yes.
Some of them does that.
Or some sort of email. I don't think
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
Gmail per se.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think the other answer was C. Is it what is that?
So C is ad hoc network. So ad hoc network is usually peer-to-peer network. So if you have a laptop and I have a laptop and we want to connect to each other, it's ad hoc, right? Connection.
Is that the same thing as peering? Can one say that if I'm screen monitoring, is that ad hocing?
Screen monitoring.
You know how when you cast your screen, I could cast my phone on my whatchamacallit, on the TV. Is that considered?
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say
that.
It
says Bluetooth to Bluetooth is
yeah,
that?
Bluetooth,
It has to be
Bluetooth
specific.
To Bluetooth ad hoc.
Okay, so if I connect my Bluetooth to the speaker, is ad hocing?
Yeah, ad hoc. Yeah,
okay.
Ad hoc connection.
Okay.
All right. So let me, for those that
mirroring,
don't know
right?
what.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think the one that you're describing.
Yeah, mirroring. Okay.
So let me add this here. I mean, for those that don't know what captive portal looks like.
I didn't even think it had a name, to be honest with you. I really didn't think it had a name. Apparently
so something like this, right? Try to connect to Starbucks, you will see something like this, right? So that is the captive portal. Let me add it here real quick.
So for next time when you go to a cafe and you see this, or a hotel, it's called, what is it? I'm
captive
sorry, captive portal. Hopefully I remember. Mirroring though is using Wi-Fi connection at times. Okay. So if it's using Wi-Fi, it's not ad hoc.
I mean, Wi-Fi can be ad hoc. It doesn't have to be Bluetooth specifically, right?
Okay.
If you are connecting one-to-one, right?
So then, if that's the case, then the mirroring.
No, it has a different name, right, or concept, right? If you are casting, it's called mirroring, right? So I don't think we should use ad hoc.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So yeah, so that is it, right? So you click on the Wi-Fi, it gives you this little interface. You accept the terms. Sometimes you have to log in with your email and all that, right? So that is captive portal.
Now, what do they do with that email?
It's up to them, but it depends.
Okay. Welcome in. What's his name? Bobby says you have more certifications than a ransomware operator. What is?
I've been ransomware operator. I don't think they need certification. Yeah.
Are you a ransomware operator,
no,
Bobby?
Right? Yeah, I think most hackers don't go in for certification.
I mean, if you're smart enough.
Yeah, they just do it. Yeah.
You don't need to.
But yeah.
Okay. But welcome in. Yes, Joshua, the answer was captive portal. So this is Tech Talk with Ms. Sakura. Every day of the week is a different certification as it brings up the next question. Today is Tuesday, so Tuesday's Network Plus. Tomorrow is going to be Linux Plus, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you're planning on taking the certification, do answer the questions. Kind of gauge yourself. See how well you're answering. If you're answering with ease, you know you're ready to go. However, if you are struggling a little bit, some polishing up is needed before you go ahead and take the certification. If you don't truly understand something in the questions or something doesn't make sense, please do ask your questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question. The dumb question is the one not asked. CISP said that. So do ask your questions, and the people in the chat will definitely answer you. If they don't, sometimes they will get a little, not hesitant. They get a little bullyish and they'll bully you, but don't mind them. They will definitely answer the questions. If they don't, Raymond will answer you, okay? So if you're not following, follow. All right. So a user is unable to navigate to a website because the provided URL is not resolving into the correct IP address. Other users are able to navigate to the intended website without issue. Which of the following is most likely causing this issue? Okay, we have B. Here have B. Oh, this is unanimous. Oh, not yet. I shouldn't say it. Okay, what does B say though? Okay. Any other takers? Dun. All right, looks like it's B. Oh, okay. Okay, somebody said A. Host files. Okay, so A. So it's between B and A. Okay. I haven't seen Win in a long time. Let's see how Win is doing. Okay, what's the answer?
The answer is A.
Oh.
The answer is A.
Okay.
All
right.
So, yeah, I see that some people are saying B, right? So B, self-signed certificate. So usually it would cause a browser certificate warning, right? So if servers have self-signed certificates and you try to access it, you get a warning on a web browser, right?
Okay.
But this question here is saying that a user is unable to navigate to a website because the provided URL is not resolving
Okay.
to the correct IP.
Okay. All right.
So not resolving the URL, right? So URL to IP, which is DNS, right? So let's say Facebook.com. So Facebook.com is not resolving to the correct IP address of Facebook, right? That is what is happening here, right? And it says that other users are able to navigate to the intended website without issue. So now it's not a bigger problem, it's just a user specific issue.
Okay.
Right? So that's what it's saying, right? So which of the following is most likely causing this issue? Right?
Okay. Trey is saying that for B, for B you would get a cert trust warning usually.
And you just have to accept
flush DNS cache and retry. Okay. So you just have to accept the trust warning?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to accept. So basically, it was tell that, hey, this is not really not secure.
Okay.
Right? Do you still want to
proceed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So instead of using a trusted certificate authority, right? They self-sign their certificate.
Okay.
Right? You have that option as well.
So is this the same concept like HTTPS type of thing? Is it the same thing or?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
I mean, the certificate gives you the HTTPS. However, the ideal way is to use a certificate authority, right?
Okay.
Well-known companies, right? I think Google is a certificate authority. They just VeriSign. I think VeriSign is also one of the well-known certificate authority as well, right? However, you can create your own, or you can self-sign your own certificate, right? Which means it's like
sounds like plagiarism.
Not really. So it's like an ID, right? So you know when or social security, right? If you want a social security number, guess what? You go to the social security administrator's
Got it.
Location to get social security, right? But some people make their own social security, right? So it's self-signed. Of course, people do that, right?
I didn't know that.
Right? Or ID, right? So it's self-signed, right? So it's not really valid, right? In a way. But yeah.
Okay.
So it says which of the
following.
following.
Well, yes, the answer was A. Sorry, Will.
Which of the following is most likely causing this issue, right? And the answer is A, host file, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I've realized that most people are not familiar with host file, right? So remember, in order for you, if you are going to a website, right, you type the URL, right? www.facebook.com, right? That URL has to be resolved into an IP address, right? But remember, the whole point of DNS is, as human, we are good with phrases and words, right? But we are not really good with numbers, right? So if you have to remember the IP address of every website that you go to, it will be tedious, right? So now, you as a human, you understand phrases and keywords, right? However, when it comes to computers, they work with numbers. Right, so now there has to be a balance between the human readable name and then a number that is the computer understands. Okay. Right, so that's what DNS does. Right.
Welcome in.
So yeah, so there are a few steps into DNS resolution. Right. Okay. Most of the time, most people miss this first step. Right. Okay. But on your computer, there is a file called host file. Which is also a DNS resolver.
Hi, Venus.
Right? And that will be the first step in resolving. So if you type facebook.com and you press enter, the first step is the request will go to a host file on your system to see if you have any record for Facebook, right? So now, if you want to, I guess, mess with someone going to a specific website, right? You can go into the host file and then map the wall. Let's say www.facebook.com to 127.0.0.1, which is not the correct IP address of Facebook.
Welcome in, Renegade. Wait a minute. How does one get into somebody's host file?
It's so far as you have a login to the you have a login into the computer, you can just open the host file.
Can you do it remotely?
Oh, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible.
Interesting. That
If
sounds
you,
dangerous.
Yeah, if you have remote.
Every day
Yeah.
we're learning something. Every day I'm learning something. So why I should probably just go live in a host somewhere. So what?
But yeah, so that
Okay.
is it, right? And if the person is not that technical enough, right,
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't see exactly where the issue is coming from, right?
Really?
So you go to host file, you type facebook.com and map it to a random IP,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or map it to your laptop, right? So anytime you go to facebook.com, it's routed to your laptop, right?
Okay.
So that's the first step. And then the next step will be your router, right?
Okay.
Your router can also serve as well as a DNS server,
Okay.
right? And then now I'm going to share my screen here.
Okay, while you do that, welcome in, welcome in. Kai says bad guys make their own social security, right? They do, and then they hack the system. Welcome in. Every day of the week is a different certification. Today is Tuesday. Tuesday is Network Plus. So if you plan on taking it, do answer the questions. See how well you're answering. There's no such thing as a dumb question. The dumb question is the one that is not asked. CISSP said that. So do ask your questions. The people in there will answer you. Sometimes they get a little, antsy that we're taking long explaining, but Raymond loves to over-explain. So welcome in. Renegade, you are awesome. Thank you. Angel says, what does it mean when you get 404 error? And when you go to the website, is this similar to what you're explaining here?
So 404 is not found, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually a client error, right? So
What do you mean a client error?
Yeah, I'm going to explain that. So there's client error and then there's server error. So you know how they always say it's a user error, right?
Oh, hi, how are you? Welcome in. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to be an influencer on multiple platforms.
Jamie, is it Jamie?
I've been focusing on you guys and forgetting the other people. Welcome in, Jalen Jennings. Welcome in. Sorry. Hi, Abel. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not going to go through the whole error code, right? We have the 100, which is informational, to 200, which is a success message, 300, which is usually moved, 400 is client error, and then 500 is server error, right? So 404. So 404 is saying that the website that you are trying to go to, right, is not valid, right? So you made a mistake. So it's the client's issue. But if you get 503, meaning there's something on the server that is causing the problem.
Okay.
Right? So anytime you get 404, most of the time it's an issue on your end, right? So that is it. Is this similar?
Is this similar to what you're describing?
It can because it's pointing to a different IP address that doesn't exist.
Okay.
So you can get that 404, right?
Okay.
But it's not the ideal exact similar issue. Right.
Okay.
So now, most of the web, the diagrams that I've seen on the website, it's always similar to this, right? So they take out the host file that is on the computer. They take out your router, which can also serve as well as a DNS server, and they go straight to your internet service provider, right? So this is how it works. First of all, when you type a URL, right, it has to be converted to IP. First of all, it checks the host file on the user's machine. The next step is to check on use the router, right? Usually the routers are DNS servers, right?
Question for you. Yes, the cursor's not moving on the screen. You know
It's
that?
not?
No.
Oh no, that is fine.
Okay.
That is fine.
All right.
That is fine, but still, yeah, it's a
Okay.
different. All right, right. So the second step is to look it up in your router, right? If it's a Wi-Fi access point, that will be the next step, right? If there's no resolution or if there's no mapping of the URL to IP, the next thing that it's going to do is verify with your internet service provider, right? Your internet service provider has DNS service, right? That keeps record of IP domain to IP, right? If the information is on your internet service provider's end, then it's going to give you the IP information, and that'll be it, right? If the information is on the host file, that'll be the end of it. If it's on the host file and it's on the router, right, that'll be the end of it, right? However, if it's not on either the host or the router, then it goes to your internet service provider.
Okay, so this is three-way handshake.
No, three-way handshake is the TCP. Yeah, this is not three-way handshake.
So what is this? This is four-way?
DNS query.
Oh, okay.
Right, DNS query, the steps involved.
When you finish, I would like to know what a three-way handshake is. I'm pretty sure you
No
said
problem.
it already. But
So it goes to ISP internet service provider. If most of the time the internet service provider will have record of every popular URL or domain to IP, they will have it, right?
Okay.
But if the website is very new, they might not have it here.
Okay.
Right. So the next step is is to ask the root DNS server. So root DNS server knows where every domain is, or top level domain. So .com, .edu, .io, .gov, right? All of them. It knows where they are, right?
Okay.
So now, if this is .com, right, then it will tell you that, hey, .com is the top level domain is this specific server, right? And then now your internet service provider will request for, let's say, facebook.com, right?
Okay.
And then now the top level domain, which is .com, knows where every single .com is, right? And then now it would direct it to the right authoritative DNS server, right? So that is the process, right? So the first step is the host file, right? So the answer is host file.
Okay.
Let me stop sharing.
All of that was just to explain what a host file was.
Yeah, but it's good to have the whole process too.
Okay.
Right?
Welcome in. This is Tech Talk. Are you going to the next question or no?
Yeah.
Somebody said C. What is C? Somebody said C.
Name server record. So if it's a name server record, which means it's a DNS issue, right? It would have affected everyone else.
Okay.
Right? But remember, this affected only one user. Right? So it's isolated to that specific user. Right?
Okay.
So name server record would be the DNS on a router, right? And the user is not the only one using that router. Right? So it would have been everybody else.
Okay, so Venus is saying not C because other can still access it.
Exactly.
So what is the IP helper while you're at it? This just
So IP helper is mostly for DHCP, right? So we know that DHCP is dynamic host configuration protocol, right? So the whole point is to allow allow devices that join the network to automatically get an IP address, right?
Okay.
That is it. So now, if you have a network for IT, network for HR, network for sales, right? There are different networks, right? So technically, each network should have their own DHCP server.
Okay.
So if you have 100 network, guess what? You have to manage 100 different DHCP servers, right?
Okay.
So what IP helper does is you have a centralized DHCP server.
We're frozen. Are we frozen?
No. Oh.
No.
Are we?
I think we are frozen. Are we frozen? Do you guys see us?
I mean, it's still moving.
Yeah, we're moving here, but it doesn't look like it's moving there.
Oh, no, I think we're back now.
Oh, are we back now?
Yeah.
Are we? Okay, sorry.
Okay.
It's just me then. Okay.
So yeah, so with DHCP server, right? With every single network that you have, technically they should have their own DHCP server, right?
Okay.
And then so yeah, if you have 100, 200 different networks, guess what? You have to manage 200 DHCP servers, right? Which is headache, right? So now, what you can do as a network administrator is to have a centralized DHCP server that every network connects to or relies on, right? Okay. So if you are in HR and you connect to the HR network, right? You automatically going to get an IP address. However, instead of getting the IP address on your network, you get an IP address on the centralized DHCP server, right? So why IP helper? By default, DHCP process is start with a broadcast, right? I'm getting a little too technical.
Yeah, because you lost me. You lost me. You're a couple of
DHCP.
Max, but okay.
Start with it has this DORA process, right?
Oh, somebody said DORA last time.
Offer, request, and accept, right? And then the DORA process, the D itself, the discovery itself, it's a broadcast, right? And if you are experiencing networking, you realize that broadcast doesn't move past a specific network. It's contained within one network, right? So if you have a centralized DHCP server and you have multiple networks, in order for the DHCP request, which is the discovery broadcast, to pass your network, you have to set up an IP helper. Basically saying that if you get any DHCP request or discovery request, pass it on to the next DHCP server.
Okay.
Or pass it on to the IP address of the DHCP server. So that is all about IP helper, right?
Ooh, that was a lot.
I know.
Okay. Hi Johnson. The answer was A. Apparently, host files.
Yeah, the answer was A.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
Are
you sharing screen again? Oh.
All right. So now
okay.
I think
Welcome in. Welcome in. This is Tech Talk Women's Soccer. Every day of the week is a different certification. Here for people breaking newly into IT, or if you're already in IT and you're planning on taking a certification, we ask you to stop on by, answer the questions, see how well you're answering. If you answer with ease, you know you're ready for the certification. If you're struggling a little bit, some polishing is needed before you go ahead and take the certification. Today's Tuesday, so Tuesday's Network Plus. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, is going to be Linux Plus. Same concept. Raymond is going to over-explain it for you. So if you are experienced, your knowledge is highly welcome. And if you're also newbie and want to learn, please do ask your questions. The dumbest question is the one that asked. So CISSP said that. I don't know where he is, but so do ask your questions. The people in the chat range from people like me who are just, don't really have interest in this, to people who do have interest, but they are 10, maybe 5, 10, 15, 25 years experience in the chat. So again, there's no such thing as a dumb question. Okay? And don't let them bully you. If you really don't know the answer or something doesn't make sense, do ask, okay? So welcome in. If you're not following, follow, okay? Reason why I'm here is just to be an influencer, an influencer. I'm trying to get the big bucks, okay? So make my dream come true. All right, which of the following should be used to obtain remote access to a network appliance that has failed to start up properly? Like appliance?
No, device.
Oh, okay.
Network device.
So why didn't you just say that? Because when you say an appliance, I'm thinking of refrigerator or microwave.
No. I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's just a network appliance.
Yeah, network device.
Fine.
Okay.
I have no idea what that means. Welcome, Lounge.
Any takers? Yeah, this is a little... I don't know, it's so confusing, but...
Is it the verbiage that is confusing?
A little... I don't know.
Okay, any takers?
It's one of those...
controversial ones. Hi, Kurt. Kurt says C. Don't know. Educated guess if you don't know. Because that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let me take one. Okay, which of the following should be used to obtain remote access to a network appliance? Usually I wait for majority, but majority is not answering. Has failed to start up properly. Okay, we have C and D. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what a crash cart is. Sounded very hospital-ish. Like you're in the hospital and there's actually a crash cart in a hospital, I think. Anyway, so we have C. All right. B. Okay. B. We have 2 B's. All right, so I'm going to go with B because we have 2 B's. Where's the Welcome, Rohan? What was the answer?
Okay, so the answer would be D.
D.
The answer would be D.
Oh, I should have said what you didn't say. We have a C in the Inspired 33 said D.
Yeah, the answer is D.
Yeah, you're gonna have to explain all of this.
So it says, which of the following should be used to obtain remote access?
Yeah, Renegade is like, huh? Like, you better explain yourself. Okay.
Which of the following should be used to obtain remote access to a network appliance that has failed to start up
properly?
Right? Properly. That is a keyword, right?
It has failed.
Yeah, failed.
Okay.
Right? So remember, all these network devices, you have to turn it on, right?
Okay.
So now, usually, so I think someone says secure shell, right?
Oh, what's that? SSH?
That is SSH, right? Secure shell, right?
Oh, okay.
So secure shell will be the ideal way for connecting to it.
Hi, Chris,
right?
Paul.
However, in order for you to SSH into the box, right? the SSH daemon or the process.
It's called what?
DEAM.
Oh, daemon. Okay,
yeah.
all right. I was about to say
should be what? Should be running, right? Okay. In order for the process to be running, the system or the appliance has to be what? Fully functioning for the system to start up, right? So awesome. SSH wouldn't work, right?
Okay.
Jump box, right? Jump box is similar to Bastion host, right? So basically, it's a server that you connect to in order for you to connect to the main appliance, right? Either ways, the appliance has to be fully functioning for you to be able to use the services, which is mostly SSH.
Okay.
Right. So now the answer is out of bound.
Out of bound. Right? Chris, do share how you did it for free so somebody else can get it for free as well.
Yeah.
Okay. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right. So now the keyword here is out of bound. Right. This is also mostly foreign to most people. Right.
Okay.
So there's two ways of connecting to.
No, Amir. The answer was D. Sorry.
Yeah, the answer was D.
Explaining why. Apologies, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Right.
That.
So now there's two ways of connecting to network appliances. Right.
Okay.
You have inbound, right, which means the same connection that the device is using to access the network. Right. Usually will be a specific port on the device, right? That is inline. So basically, trying to manage the device using the same connection as well, the regular operation of the device, right? So I'm gonna show you that on the other side. Right. So you have the option to use inline, right, which is basically using the same internet connectivity, right? So type in the IP address, you'll be able to log into to manage. We also have out of bound, right? Out of bound is saying that I'm not going to use the same connection that you are using for the internet, right? So I'm going to use a different connection. A simple example would be the console, right? Console connection. And also, I think there is iDRAC.
When you say console connection, we're not talking about a gaming console, right?
No, okay. There's support, right? Okay. And I'm going to show that in a few. So if you're a little confused, just hang in there, right? So you can use a console which is out of bound. It's not using the exact internet connectivity of the device, right? It's using a separate connection. Right, so either console, and there's also something called iDRAC, right? iDRAC also allows you to remote access into devices, right? So let me go into.
Oh yeah, the show and tell.
Yeah, let me go into the show and tell board, and I'm going to show those out of bound port.
Okay, you're gonna leave the question, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave it.
Welcome in. This is TikTok Woman Sakwe. Every day of the week is a different certification created for people breaking newly into IT. Or if you already are in IT already and plan on getting another certification. Today is Tuesday, so Network Plus. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is going to be Linux Plus. Thursday, Security Plus. Friday, Cloud Plus. Saturday, AWS Cloud Practitioner. Sunday, AZ 900. 9 p.m. Eastern Time is the time he goes live. So join in, ask your questions, okay? There's no such thing as a dumb question. Full video will be on YouTube, same name, okay? All right, so now I have an old router here, right? Old Cisco router. And I have Netgear, right? Which basically using PFSense, right? It's a PFSense appliance, right? Can you talk a little louder? Come again? Can you talk a little louder? Oh, you can't hear? I think they can hear me. Yeah, okay. So this is an old router, right? Old router. You see that we have the console connection right here. Right? Which one is the console? The blue one. It says console. Do you see it? I mean, I don't. Is it visible? Oh, is it visible? Hold on. I see something. Okay, fine. I think I see it. Yeah, it's just a console. It's a little blurry, but we'll take it. Right, console, right? And you should see the same thing on here as well. How about now? Do you see where it says console? Which one am I looking? Oh yeah, I see that. Wait, right? It says right there. Console. Okay, I mean, yeah. Right? Yeah, I see it. So that is a console. So by default, if the device is functioning, right, and it's connected to port 1, which is right here, right,
The inbound connection is you SSHing into this specific IP address of this port, right? That is the inbound connection. And out of bound is using what? A console connection right here, right? So console is out of bound connection. Or, I think I have the iDRAC here.
That is heavy.
iDRAC. It doesn't show the name here, but
I mean, you can point it, right?
yeah, I can point it. Oh. Okay. So now this server has what? 4 different what? Ports, right? So that will be the inline. So if I have a Ethernet cable connecting to one of the ports, right? In order for me to manage this server, I need to SSH into the IP address of this port, right? However, we have another port on this side, which is the iDRAC, right, for remote management, and that is out of bound. It's not the regular port for regular operations, right? If you use that, then this is what? Inbound. If you use iDRAC or console, that is what? Out of bound, right? So since the question is saying that the appliance is not fully functioning, you can't use what? The inbound connection. You have to use the out of bound. Right? I hope that makes sense.
Hopefully.
So the answer is D. The answer is D, out of bound. So using either console cable or iDRAC or ILO, those are all options for remote out of band connectivity.
Okay. Welcome in, welcome in.
Okay.
This is Tech Talk with Masakwe, aka the IT Study Room. No, somebody said, oh, Renegade, no days off. No, because if we take it there, he's going to explain it to me, and I'd rather him explain it to you guys rather than me. So, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. This is Tech Talk with Masakwe. Every day of the week is a different certification. Curated for people breaking newly into IT, or if you're already in IT already and plan on taking a certification, we ask that you answer the questions, see how well you are answering. Johnson said, what is it about IPsec tunnel?
What is about
What is
what
that?
do you mean? I mean,
Johnson, can you
does the question say that?
No, I don't know if you said something or so, but
No,
Johnson, can you clarify your question, please?
All right, let me switch it back.
Okay.
But yeah, you have the next question on this.
Okay, so if you're not following, follow. The full video will be on YouTube just in case you want to watch it again. I don't know why, but if you happen to, the YouTube is up there, same name, okay? But if you do, and then, follow. Oh, okay, you wanted to know about IPsec tunnel. Okay, got it. Let me finish this question and then he'll get into it. Okay, a network administrator is configuring a new switch and wants to connect 2 ports to the core switch to ensure redundancy. Which of the following configuration would meet this requirement? So if you're not following, follow, okay? Tomorrow's going to be Linux plus 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then if you can explain to us what an IPsec tunnel is.
Yeah.
Okay. While people are taking more answers. Any takers? Born and ready. Fabian says, hey, welcome in. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome in, welcome in. If you're not following, follow. Venus says D. Okay. Hello, world. Okay. First time, well, welcome. So today is Network Plus Day. Tomorrow is going to be, what's tomorrow? Linux Plus. Mm-hmm. Thursday, Security Plus. Friday, Cloud Plus. Saturday, AWS Cloud Practitioner. Sunday, AZ 900. Johnson, some patience.
Yeah, it's essentially a secure protocol for VPN.
A secure protocol for VPN. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Mr. Johnson Carter. All right, what's the answer? So we have A, we have D, and then we have B. All right, so I can't choose an answer because majority is not agreeing.
Okay, so we have D.
We have A, D, and B. Where you left?
Okay.
Okay, we have two A's. All right, so I'm going with A. No, last time. Let me go with what they nobody went with. I'm gonna go with C.
C. Okay.
What's the answer? If I'm right. What's the answer?
So the answer would be D.
D.
D. It says
I should have went with Venus.
a network administrator is configuring a new switch and want to connect two ports to the core switch to ensure redundancy. Which of the following configuration would meet this requirement? Right?
No, we're Nigerians neighbors with the red, gold, green, and the black star.
So the answer is D, link aggregation, right? But before we even discuss the answers, we have a keyword here. Okay.
Which is redundancy?
No, core switch, right?
Okay.
This might be a little confusing. So let me see. Cisco.
What determines confusion?
I mean, a switch is a switch. Why would you say core switch?
Okay.
Right.
So again, this is the verbiage that people have been talking about.
Yeah.
Welcome in. As he brings an example of core switch, you don't have one here.
No. It's more like a recommended layer, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Recommended layer. I'm trying to bring a visual. No. Okay.
Welcome in. If you're not following, follow. Tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Time is going to be Linux Plus. Thursday, Security Plus. Friday, Cloud Plus. Saturday, AWS Cloud Practitioner. Sunday, AZ 900. This is Raymond. You want some water?
Okay. All right. So let me share my screen here.
That's all his certifications up there, okay? You can follow him on LinkedIn too if you want.
Okay.
Did you say the answer for this already?
Yeah, the answer is D.
It's D.
But I'm just explaining what the core is, right? So, I mean, I saw this when I was studying for Cisco, the CCNA, right?
CCNA?
Yeah, the CCNA. And this is their recommendation, right? So if you are setting up a network device, right, or setting up a network, they recommend having what, a core layer, right? So the core in the question is referring to what? To the core layer right here, right?
Okay.
So they recommend core layer, and then you should also have the next one should be they recommend 3 layers: core layer, distribution, and then access.
Okay.
Right, but in this diagram, I just see 2, but that is fine, right?
Okay.
So core layer are the devices that connect to your internet service provider, right? The core switch is the one that connects to routers that connect to internet service provider, right?
Okay.
Access layer is where your end users will connect their cables, right, to, right? So the access layer is where your end user will have access to the network. The distribution layer is in between the core and then the access, but we don't see it here. The core layer is the one that connects to the router that connects to the internet service provider, right?
Okay.
So now they are saying that they want, the question is saying that, let me just hide this for a second. It says that they, yeah. So the question is saying that, okay, the network administrator is configuring a new switch and want to connect 2 ports to the what? Switch.
Okay.
To the core switch. 2 ports to the core switch, right? So when we come back to my diagram here again, you see that we have what? 2 cables here. 2 cables connecting to the core switch. 2 cables. That's the same thing. You see these 2 lines? Yeah.
Okay.
That's the same thing they're referring to, right?
Okay.
So what configuration would help meet this requirement, right? So let me end this here.
Welcome in. If you're not following, follow. Today's Network Plus. Tomorrow's going to be Linux Plus, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you plan on taking a certification, please do answer the questions. Gauge yourself. See how well you're answering. If you are answering with ease, you know you're ready for the certification. If you find yourself struggling a little bit, some polishing is needed before you go ahead and take the certification. There's no such thing as a dumb question. The dumb question is the one not asked. So do not hesitate to ask your questions. Raymond will answer you. If not, somebody in the chat have 15, 25, 35 years experience. They will answer you, okay? So please do, ask your questions. Yes, the answer was D, right? D, link aggregation. He's showing something, so I'm just stalling while he brings up whatever he's coming to show. The full video will be on YouTube, which is same name, Tech Talk Raymond Sakwe at YouTube, and So tomorrow is going to be Linux Plus, and then Johnson, he already answered you. You weren't here. At this point, I'm tempted to tell you to Google it.
All right, so now let's take this as well. Let's take this device, right, as the core switch, right? Let's take it as a core switch. And then we have, let's say, access or distribution. That would be here, right? So now they want a configuration that will allow them to have two cables connected to
I'm sorry, what are you doing now?
I'm showing the link aggregation, right?
Okay, got it.
So the question was saying that, let me just read the question.
I can read it out. A network administrator is configuring a new switch and wants to connect two ports to the core switch to ensure redundancy.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right? So now this is two ports, right? They want to connect two ports right here, right? For redundancy, right? So they connect two ports to this switch, which is the core switch, and then connect the same the other end of the port to cable to the next switch, right? Which might be distribution layer, right? So now it's saying that which protocol or which configuration would help with that, right? Link aggregation protocol is basically a protocol that allows you to bundle two or more cables for redundancy and speed, right? So that is why the answer is what? Is D, right? Link aggregation. You are aggregating two or more cables, right? Okay. Or ports, okay. Right? And which one else? Okay, we have, I think some people mentioned.
We had A. We had A and B. Nobody said C. I think I said C.
So the A, full duplex, right? So the switch itself is performing full duplex, right? Basically, having the ability to send and receive at the same time, right? Okay. So full duplex is sending and receiving at the same time, right? Okay. Which a switch already have that capability. It doesn't have anything to do with connecting to the phone.
Thanks for sharing the live. Right. Okay, Johnson, you there? Before I have him explain again, I want to make sure you're there. Okay. Hi, Matt. How are you?
And then B, 802 to 1Q trunking, right? It's basically allowing, that is for VLAN trunking, right? So allowing multiple VLANs to ride on the same port or the same connection.
Okay.
Right, so that is
Yub is taking the Network Plus next month. Oh, awesome sauce. How are you? Did you just come in? How are the questions? How do you gauge yourself answering the questions? Do you find it easy to answer? Curtis asking, would link aggregation be right using one SFP for fiber?
One SFP for fiber. I would say no. So then what would it be? Because it's one. Link aggregation deals with two cables.
Even if it's fiber?
Yeah. It should be two.
Oh. Can it be more than two?
I mean, if you're talking about fiber optic, then we can talk about DWDM, right? Dense wave division multiplexing, right? That allows you to have multiple light rays, right? Or multiple connection in one fiber cable, right?
Oh, okay. And then, what do you call it? The Matt is saying, I'm using SFP over fiber, and then Matt is saying in a lag group.
Okay. So does it allow you to do that? Is that
Matt,
what you're saying?
he said, but out of curiosity, is there a difference between fiber and fiber optics?
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Okay. All right. Welcome in. Welcome in. This is Tech Talk Women's Sakurai. Every day of the week is a different certification curated for people breaking you into IT, or if you already are in IT and you're planning on taking a certification, we actually stop on by and answer the questions. See how well you're answering, gauge yourself. This is Raymond. He has over 30 plus certification, including all his AWS certifications and all his CISSP. CISSP and some of the Comptia up there. When you do come on in, answer the questions, gauge yourself, right? Again, there's no such thing as a dumb question, because the dumb question is the one that asks. CSSP said that. So again, answer it. The people in the chat, sometimes they will believe you, but this is because they're experienced, and sometimes they get impatient because Raymond tends to over explain. So that's perfectly fine. So again, they'll be the same people that answer you. So if you truly don't understand something, please do ask. And the people in the chat, if you really do want to add in your comments, is definitely welcome. All I ask is that you're respectful. If not, I will block you. So welcome in, welcome in. If you're not following, follow. The full video will be on YouTube today, Network Plus. Tomorrow is going to be Linux Plus, right? Now the real MITS person over there. Question for you. Please do tell your certifications and tell us what you have. Do brag about yourself. I would love to hear it. Go ahead, please. Okay. A client wants to increase overall security after a recent breach. Which of the following would be best to implement? Choose two. Okay. Master A and F. Okay, we have 2 and F. I'm going to stick with A and F. Hi, Steven. Steven. Do I know you, Steven? You sound highly familiar. Go ahead. Are you new here? Okay, we have A and E. All right, what's the answer? So
yeah, the keyword here is best to implement, right? So some of them might be ideal, but which one is the best, right?
Hi, Mohammed. Zero trust architect. Choose two.
Yeah, I mean, there's no zero trust in the answer option.
Oh, I thought he meant to say zero touch provision. That's what I'm like. Choose
it's
two.
different than zero trust.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, at first glance, you think it's zero trust.
Okay, Manny, choose two. And okay, what's the answer? Wait, no, Manny has the answer. Okay, A and C. Solo. Okay. Hi, Ian. Okay. All right, so we have. Yeah, I was gonna say we have. We have A and E a lot, and we have A and C a lot. So, all right. Let's just bring it up to just tell us the answer.
Okay, so the answer will be A and C.
A and C.
A and C, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they had a recent recent breach, right? So they were hacked, something happened, right? So which of the following would be best to implement, right? Okay. So the first one be least privileged network access, right? So giving the least amount of access to a user, right? Don't give too much privilege, right? So if you have a technician or a call center rep, right? You don't give them you don't give them admin access to the portal, right? Okay. However, if they are like a manager, then you can give them access to look into the portal.
Thanks,
right?
Mohammed.
Yeah, so that just in case their account is hacked or something happened to their account, they have that it's restricted to the privilege that they have, right? So they wouldn't have admin access to other devices, right? So
Matt wants to know why is it not A and F?
F. Okay, so F is saying that subnet range limit. So now, if the subnet was, I don't know, so the range would be let's say 192.168.1.100 to that 200, right? That would be it, right? So now you are saying that the subnet range limit. So now instead of have the subnet being 100 to 200, you say the subnet should be 100 to 150. That wouldn't make that much of a security improvement. It wouldn't.
Okay.
It wouldn't.
So and then Phoenix is asking, is that also for CS? I think you said not
Computer
this one before, but
science.
something before. You were mentioning, you were talking about something before. Sorry, Phoenix. Can you?
No.
He forgot. I forgot to even say it. Sorry. Can you elaborate more
I'm
what you meant for as a
VLAN
Oh, when you said VLAN.
No, math. Okay, he said I'm thinking VLAN segregation. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Born ready, Fabian. The answer was A and C. Right?
Yeah, A and C. Yes.
A and C,
yes.
Fabian.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
You might have
So
to
yeah,
explain the rest of the
no
answers.
problem. So yeah, so F is saying reducing the range of subnet limit, right?
Mhm.
It wouldn't improve
Hi,
anything that
Dali.
much. And then A, okay, A is the answer. B is saying a dynamic inventory, right? So basically keeping track of, for it's useful for assets tracking, right? If you want to track assets, right? That wouldn't it will be ideal for identifying risk, but in this specific question, I don't think it's it's one of the best or one of the best answers. No, it shouldn't. It will be what A, which is what least privilege, and a centralized policy management. So centralized policy management
Hi
is
from Mexico.
basically having one centralized policy that governs what the whole organization, right? If there's no centralized policy, that is when most developers or most administrators do their own thing, right?
Okay.
In unsecured way, right? But if the company have a policy that says that all data should have, all storage should have encryption enabled, right? Then everyone will follow that rule, right? But if there's no policy, anyone can do anything that they want, right?
Okay. Oh, Solo, you too. Likewise.
Okay.
Solo 335. How many more questions we have?
I think I probably have like one more.
Okay. We try to be on for an hour because scientifically everybody's attention span is for an hour. Specifically me. So tomorrow 9 p.m. Eastern time is going to be Linux plus. So if you don't like Linux like me, it just started. J-Ron, no, you just got here. We went on for about an hour.
All right, let's try this one. This one is a little...
Welcome
let's
in,
try
though.
this one.
Linux is not fun. Solo. It is not fun. It gives me a headache every single time. Every single time. And I'm not even into it. But if you're not following, follow. What I'm going to tell my manager that... Wait, tell your manager what, Matt? Oh, 1 hour. Oh, okay. I was about to say. Don't get in trouble with your manager. But okay. He better give you a raise when you tell him to. Which of the following cost-effective advantage of a split tunnel VPN? Or which of the following is a cost-effective advantage of a split tunnel VPN? Okay.
Yeah, so basically advantage of split tunnel.
Did you explain what a split tunnel is?
No.
Oh, okay. Because you're making it sound like
So
everybody's supposed to know.
let me I have to show an image in
Okay.
a few, but we have 4. So this is in relation to VPN, right?
Okay.
So if you are VPNing into an organization, if you are working from home and you VPN into organization, right? There's
What
two
is the
types.
acronym for VPN?
Virtual private network. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 2 types, right? We have full tunnel and then we have split tunnel, right? Because remember, the whole point of you VPN into your company's network is to have access to servers that are internal to your company, right? That is the whole point of VPN into your company, right? Because sometimes if you are working from home and you are trying to access company servers, right, it might fail. You have to connect to VPN in order for you to connect to the server, right?
Oh, really?
So now, full tunnel, right? What it means is if you are accessing... Okay.
Now that you explain, people are saying that it's making sense. The answer is D. Solo, tell me where you saw the question at. Do help somebody out.
Yeah.
I know that Udemy has it. I know that Territorial Dojo has it too. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there's 2 types, right? We have full tunnel and then the split, right?
Okay.
Full tunnel basically says that anytime you are accessing anything, go use the VPN tunnel, right?
Okay.
So either you are accessing something from your company internal server, or if you are browsing the internet, either ways, every connection should go to the company first before it gets to its destination. So if you want to access a company's server, right, with full tunnel VPN, it goes to the company and then the reply comes back. If you are browsing facebook.com, the facebook.com traffic will go to your company and then go to Facebook, and if it's coming back, comes back to your company and then comes to you. That is full tunnel.
Wow.
Anything,
Hi, Alex.
anything goes through the same VPN.
Okay.
Split tunnel is basically saying that only if I'm accessing something on the company network, send it to the company VPN. If not, bypass the VPN and use regular internet.
Okay.
Right?
Keto sister saying that it saves bandwidth and cost.
Bandwidth and cost.
Okay. And Raheem says, "See, okay, what's the answer?" Yep. We do. Network Plus is every Tuesdays.
Mondays is A plus.
Mondays is A plus. Network Plus is Tuesdays. Wednesdays is Linux Plus. Thursday Security Plus. Friday Cloud Plus. Saturday AWS Cloud Practitioner. Sunday AZ 900. 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, what's the answer?
So the answer, right? So it's okay. Which is the advantage? Cost-effective advantage. All right. So the answer will be D.
Yes, Thursday Security Plus. The answer is D. Oh.
The answer is D.
Okay.
Right? So we have D, we have C. Which one else? So just C and D.
We have C and D, but a lot of the people that said C earlier changed it into why you explain it
right.
changes to D.
Okay.
So you would have to explain C. Either Raheem went and came back. So.
Okay.
Oh, welcome in. Thanks for following. How is AWS? The cloud practitioner? A lot of verbiage. Can you explain D, please?
So D is saying that cloud-based traffic flow outside of the company's network, right? So if you are going to anything cloud-based, right, it's not going to use the company's. It's not going to go to the company, right? It's going to use regular internet, right? So the traffic flows outside of your company's network, right? Okay. So that is the cost benefits, right? Remember, every traffic that goes to your company network, right, it takes out bandwidth, right?
Good night. See you Thursday, sister.
It takes out bandwidth, right? So the more traffic that goes through the corporate network, right, the more congested the network can be, right? But with split tunnel, you have option to the only option is to have cloud-based traffic to use outside outside company's network, right? So that is it. So we have the monitoring detect insecure machine on the company network, right? That is an advantage of full, where everything goes to the company. Full tunnel. Right. This is when everything goes to the company.
I'm curious if this is what Johnson was talking about with the IPsec thing. I don't know if it's the same, but it sounds like IPsec tunnel stuff. Okay.
All right. So that is it. So this is for full tunnel. Okay. Since more bandwidth is required on the company's internet connection, right? This is a disadvantage of full tunnel. Right, because if someone is going to Facebook.com, it will still route to the company's network. If they are going to Instagram, it will still route to the company's network, right? So it's actually a disadvantage. Okay. All right. So the A says web traffic is filtered through a web filter, which will be an advantage of full.
So everything else is an advantage of full.
Yeah, advantages. This is a disadvantage.
Okay.
This is also an advantage, right? D is the only one that applies to split, right?
Okay. All right. Was that the last question? Welcome in. This is Tech Talk Women Sakurai. Every day of the week is a different certification.
Yeah, I have one more. Let's do this one.
Curated for people breaking newly into IT. Is this the last question?
Yeah, hopefully this is the last one.
Curated for people breaking newly into IT. Or if you're already in IT and you're planning on taking a certification, we ask that you stop on by, answer the questions, gauge yourself, see how well you're answering. If you're answering with ease, you know you're ready for the certification. If you are struggling with the answers a little bit, you know that some polishing is needed before you go ahead and take the certification. We do ask that in the event that you are taking the certification and you stop on by, you ask the questions. Again, there's no such thing as a dumb question. Sorry, I got distracted. There's no such thing as a dumb question because the dumb question is the one that is not asked. So, hi, Game for Life 36. Where you been? So again, ask your questions. The people in the chat range for people like me who are people that, you know, really don't know much about this, to people who are experienced in the chat. So again, sometimes the experienced people, they get a little annoyed that I will talk or Raymond over explains. Don't mind them. Ask your question. They'll be the same person to explain it to you. And, you know, yeah, so also the full video will be on YouTube and with explanations. So the YouTube is upstairs. This is Raymond. He has over 30 plus certification, including all his AWS certification and his CSSP. Somebody asked, how was AWS? I'm sorry, I didn't forget you. How was AWS? But before that, can you please answer IPsec tunnel? IPsec. Yeah. Johnson, what is the importance?
Let me paste it here.
Okay, I'm also curious to know to you, what do you use it for? Seeing that it's not related to this, I'm just wondering, because you're not letting this IPsec tunnel go at all. So I'm curious. Okay, how is AWS?
In what sense? The exams or?
I forgot who asked. The person that asked about AWS, in what context did you want to know how AWS is? And then Crash Toby says, how well do I need to know Python?
For which job role? For which job role?
Crash Toby. For which job role?
So yeah, I mean, I think.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. He had the question in interview and he failed it.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
this question or the previous one?
No, he's the one asking about the IPsec tunnel.
Oh,
okay. Now I get it. See, now when you give me context, like, add the emotion to it, and I'll be like, okay, can you help him tell him what it is? Okay, we'll get back to it. Okay. Crash Toby, in what context did you want to know about? How well do you need to know Python? Okay. Does it depend on the job?
Yeah, it depends on the job, right? However,
really? That's not how you be saying it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a help desk, right?
Okay.
It wouldn't really help you that much, right?
Okay.
It will be good to have some sort of scripting knowledge, right?
Thanks,
But
Aviva.
I don't think it will be that much of a help as well as IT support technician, right?
Okay.
So it depends. If you are into network administration, I believe you it's very useful, right?
Okay.
And also when it comes to security, you have to have most of the tools out there, either Linux based or mostly even it's Python based as well, right? So
okay. Ari, do you come on by on Saturdays, see how well you're answering the questions? I'm trying to figure out. So my goal is to be an influencer, and I'm trying to figure out. Like somebody else asked about mentorship. In my head, I'm like, do people really want to be mentored? Why in this day and age? But it seems like it's really important in your field, in the field of IT. So bear with me as I navigate how to get that done. Okay, for him, because obviously I'm not gonna be on there. Okay, so Kurt is answering the IPsec. Says IPsec uses a share key that is little more secure nowadays, so it's one of those so do you know what this IPsec tunnel is in all realisticness?
I mean, it's
Johnson.
I have to look it up.
You have to look into detail.
Yeah.
Okay, so Johnson's gonna look into detail. Okay. Are you gonna go back to apply for the job, and once you apply for the job, hopefully, since that you got your feet wet in the same, maybe a different company. Hopefully, I'm sorry. CSSB, where you been? I've been using your the dumb question is the one I asked. Everybody's been hearing it. Okay, sorry. What was the answer? We're talking too much.
Did you read the question? I didn't think you read the question.
I did read the question.
Oh, really?
Did I not? Okay,
No,
fine.
I don't think so.
A network technician is troubleshooting a web application's poor performance. The office has 2 internet links that share the traffic load. Which of the following tools should the technician use to determine which link is being used for the web application? Yeah, you did. Okay. Okay, perfect. Johnson, they said the Professor Messer talks about IPsec and domain run. It's free on YouTube, okay? Please check it out.
Alright, so let me switch here.
Just
So,
answer.
yeah, so the question, okay, says the office has 2 internet links, right? Let me explain this before we answer the question. It says 2 internet links. That shares the traffic load, right? So let me switch this real quick. Switch this here and then this one here. So when it comes to our regular homes, right? Usually we have one internet service provider, right? And that basically serves as a single point of failure, right? So if you have Verizon, right, and they have an outage, right, you wouldn't be able to access the internet, right? But when it comes to the corporate, right, or enterprise world, they always have a backup, right? So that if one goes down, guess what?
The other one
they use the other one, right? Similar to cloud.
CSSP is basically saying that they are load balancing, essentially. That's what they're asking.
Yeah, so yeah, they can serve as a load balancer, right? They can also serve as speed as well, right? So yeah, so with this firewall that I have, right? If I bring it up a little, you see that I have multiple WAN interface. Do you see it? I think it starts from
What are we looking for?
hold on. It should say WAN 1, we have 2, we have 3 and 4. Right? So now I can have 4 internet service providers connected to this device. Right? So now they can now load balance, right? So one traffic will go to the first internet service provider, the next one I go to the second one, and all that, right? You have the option to configure it like that, right? So now the question is saying that they have this setup, right? They have 2 internet connections, right? So now there's an issue with what? With the web traffic. Oh, is it a web? What is it? The web application, right? So how would you? What happened?
I didn't realize you brought the screen back.
Okay. How would you see which internet service is the web application using, right? So the answer would be D, right?
Okay.
Trace route, right? So the trace route command basically gives you hop by hop, or the path of the traffic, right? So if we'll trace the path, right? So if I type trace route Facebook account, right, it will give me what? Hop by hop or trace by trace, right? Where the connection went, right? So now if I type trace route to the same connection, I realize that it took this specific internet service provider, or took this specific port, right? So trace route would be the ideal command, right? The ping command just tells you if the device is online or not, right?
CSP says the trace cert or trace route depends on what OS you are using.
There you go.
So
I think trace route is Windows, and trace RT is Windows, and then trace route is Linux. Yeah, I think so, right?
Wait, AMJ, are you still there? You haven't said a word.
Offline.
Oh.
So yeah, so the ping command only tells you if it's online or offline, right? The trace route will trace the path, right? Trace path, hop by hop, right? And it can also tell you if it's online or not.
Hi, David.
Right? I mean, it will tell you if it's online or not, right? Or if there's any issue in the path, right? It will tell you as well. NS lookup is for DNS.
Your screen went off.
DNS lookup. Okay, let me. Okay.
Welcome in.
I now bring it back.
All right, this is Tech Talk with Ms. Sakurai. Every day of the week is a different certification curated for people breaking newly into IT. Today is a Tuesday, so Tuesday is Network Plus. Tomorrow is going to be Linux Plus, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you're not following, follow. If you're planning on taking the certification, answer the questions, see how well you're answering. If you're answering with ease, you know you're ready to go to take the certification and pass and come back and tell us that you passed. If you're struggling a little bit, some polishing is needed. And please do ask your questions, okay? There's no such thing as a dumb question, CSSP, because the dumb question is the one not asked, okay? So do ask your questions. The people in the chat are well knowledgeable people. They range from people like me, who's just here to chit chat, to people who have 5, 10, 15, 25, 35 years experience in the chat. So they will answer you. They get a little irritated sometimes here and there, the experienced people, because, you know, Raymond over explains everything. But again, do ask your questions, okay? If you're not following, follow. Full video will be on YouTube because I am trying to be an influencer on all platforms, okay?
Yeah, so you are correct, CISSP. You said yes. It can be online, but at the same time, it might be blocking what ping. So you're right. You're right.
Okay. So just for reference, the answer was D.
D, yeah.
Okay. I mean, nobody said anything other than D. I don't think. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, NS lookup is for DNS lookup, and then net start. Net start usually shows you the connections, right? So if you open a browser and you type facebook.com, right, you will see a connection from your system to Facebook, right? So it gives you the established connection, the ports that are listening, and also it tells you terminated connection, but that stays there for a few seconds before it disappears. But yeah, it just gives you local to remote connections.
Okay.
Right?
Was that the last question? Okay. So tomorrow's gonna be Linux Plus. Thursday, Security Plus. Friday, Cloud Plus. Saturday, AWS Cloud Practitioner. Sunday, AZ 900. Monday, Comptia A Plus. Then Tuesday, Network Plus again. So he tries to go domain by domain. Again, just to get you ready for the certification if you're planning on taking it. The net stat is good to find out where your machine is connected to. Great for cybersecurity. All right, which Linux OS would you recommend for beginners to install?
I mean, I think Ubuntu is ideal.
Is it user friendly?
I mean, Linux is Linux. It's not about user friendliness, right?
Johnson, here you go. Oh, the person that helped Johnson out. Yep, thank you. I was about to say thank you.
Yeah.
Black Arch. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I've seen that.
He said Ubuntu and Mint. Oh,
Mint.
Somebody says
I
Kali.
mean, Cent OS is also ideal. Right.
See, now by the answers, I'm realizing that it seems like it's subjective to all preference. So it seems like it's preference. Is it preference? Because somebody's saying Kali, somebody's saying Ubuntu, some are saying Red.
I mean, Kali is more for security related, right? Or pen testing related.
Kali is Debian. Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, either way, it's either Debian based or Red Hat based, right? So yeah. But
whatever that means, kind of hope that helps.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Red Hat is the most used, but I think someone said otherwise the
Red
other
Hat
time.
and
Yeah,
CentOS are the same.
Yeah, they are the same, but CentOS is a free version of Red Hat.
But I think you did say you pay for Red Hat.
Yeah, they have enterprise support.
What if the person, if you're working, do they give you a discount? Or if you're in school, is there a way that somebody can practice?
Probably, but I would rather you use CentOS because it's the same thing. But CentOS is free. Yeah.
Okay. The answer was D.
Okay, so let's try this last one.
Yeah, he said that for the last 3 questions. It's supposed to be the last one. Linux is free. Okay. Red Hat versus CentOS because CentOS is free. Okay. Choose your, choose your flavor. That's what I was saying. It seems like, it's subjective to what they like and what you don't like. Okay. Supposedly this is the last one, so.
Yeah, that should be the last one.
Okay. Which of the following ports should be disabled? Which one's SSH?
SSH?
Isn't that SSH a port?
Yeah, which port number is that?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
SSH. SSH.
Okay.
SS.
What
Which
you're
port
not
number?
saying nothing. What is
I'm
SS?
saying SS.
22?
Yeah.
Oh,
22.
22. Oh, 22. Oh, so was I right?
No
way.
It says which of the following.
You were answering me. Oh,
Okay.
22 is SSH. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, but the question is which of the following ports should be disabled?
Okay.
It's a vague question, right? But
Okay.
as a security-minded person, you know exactly what they're talking about.
Clearly, they're answering. It's a horrible question.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
I don't get discouraged, so you're gonna have to. Why would you end with a controversial question? Like, also the experience. Hi, Brooklyn. The experienced people would tell you when the questions is dumb. Okay, they don't hold back. All right, what's the answer?
So the answer would be B.
Okay.
Right. So now, basically, they're saying that which one would you disable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
why would you disable it?
Because it's not secured.
Oh, so
right.
why did it not just say which is not secured?
I mean, they're trying to test to see if you really have that security mindset. But
Fine.
yeah. So if you run Nmap on a system and then you see all these ports, right? Which one would you disable? Right.
Yeah.
So you should know that the port 80 is what is not
secure.
Right?
Okay. And not secure because it's HTTP. Is that what that's what people are saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
HTTP.
Yeah, I learned a few things here and there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Port 22 is secure.
Michael's saying that 22 is way riskier than port 80.
Can you explain that?
Why? Marky is also saying 22. Do explain. HTTPS is better. Oh yes, that one I learned.
HTTP
No.
better?
Johnson is explaining to me because I said
okay,
something. Okay, so 22 is SSH, 80 is HTTP, 443 is HTTPS. You know, the experienced people are flexing their muscles. Thomas is asking what is 587.
I think it's SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol.
Moto, that's what they're saying. We're just asking. What Moto go WTF 22 is riskier than 80? Explain. That's what they say. So we're trying to figure out.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're saying.
We're trying to figure out why. Okay, well, I'm sorry. What was F? 587?
Simple Mail Transfer Protocol.
Okay.
It's the port 587 is secured version. I think the unsecured version of the SMTP is 25. That's 25. The unsecured version is 25.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, yeah.
All right, because SSH grants direct CLI access to I think he's explaining why 22 is secure. Okay. And then Janelle says disable all so that we can't use them. Thank you.
Yep, that's it, right?
And then Venus says depends on the human error, I guess. So if your configuration is weak, then it's less secure. Okay, so only 80 is unencrypted. And then Michaels is saying that vulnerable related to port 22 is way riskier than just browsing a web server over 80.
Okay. I still don't get it, because remember the whole point of secured versus unsecured is mainly the encryption, right? So port 80 has no encryption, right? So meaning if someone is
port 80 has no encryption.
Port 80
okay.
is unencrypted traffic.
22 is encrypted?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Right. So now if someone is sniffing the wire, right, they will see every single thing that you type. Even your username, your password, everything will be in plain text, right?
Hi, being puff.
Versus 22, right? 22 is encrypted, so will be a scrambled type of text that you would see.
Okay, I agree with what Game for Life is, because I was thinking that because sometimes I realize with the questions that depends on the person's role.
Okay.
They kind of have different perspectives on this.
Okay.
So Game for Life is saying that I think they're thinking of it as an attacker role.
Attacker role.
Okay. So in the event, so if the question, the answer is the answer was B, but B and Puff just came in, and B and Puff is saying 587. So 587. Why is it not 587?
That is secured SMTP. The unsecured version of SMTP is 25. Yeah, 25.
Okay. Michael is not going.
Yeah.
Letting this go. Okay, Michael.
So the issue now is, I mean, you might have a point, right? You might have a point, but then the issue is, are you going to allow someone with a script kiddie, no one with experience in hacking, to hack your system than someone with what? With experience to hack your system. So that is the difference. If you use port 80, anyone that is sniffing the packet would see anything that is going on, right? But in order for you to hack 22 and all that, you might need what?
I think
more
you did
skills,
this question
right?
on purpose. What is the SS? Oh, okay. Support 80 is what, HTTP or HTTPS?
HTTP. Yeah.
HTTP. Okay. 80 is HTTP. So or if you were to rephrase this question for the rest of us, which of the following ports should be disabled? So which of the following port is not secured?
Yeah, it's not secured and should be disabled.
It's not secured and should be disabled. Okay, so Moto says to Claire to explain what cybersecurity engineer is, the role, but Michael is saying that what if your SSH username and password is ABC plus ABC?
That is fine.
Okay.
But what if it's not?
Okay.
Right? If it's ABC, hacker would be able to guess the password and all that. However, if it's not, then you are a little secure. But when it comes to B, which is 80, if you use ABC or 500 character words, it's in plain text.
Okay.
Right? So.
Oh, this is a heated debate. This we like. This we like. Okay. Janelle keeps saying this disabled the password for 22. Use SSH key, bro. And the CSSP is saying there are 4 answers on here. Only one of them is not secure.
Yeah.
So if you using what CSSP is saying, which is what is it?
Process of elimination.
A process of elimination. There you go. Okay. Michael, you brought the debate.
You need to own the network to snip the network. Okay, so if you're accessing a website and the website is HTTP, are you going? If you have a bank, your bank is using HTTP. Are you going to use their website, right? Because remember, you can be in a cafe trying to access your bank. If you're using port 80, anyone on the network would see it. So you don't really have to own the network, right? If you're connected to free Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand what you're saying, but I'm lost. So I'm just, I can't even get into debate.
The answer is B, by the way.
What's the full question? So, Chris, the debate is, which of the following ports should be disabled, right? But it seems like the verbiage is a little bit, off-putting to most. But so if the verbiage was to be changed, which of the following ports should be disabled, and what was it you said?
Which one is not secured?
Not secured and disabled.
But I think this is a perfect question. It tests you to know if you know which one is unsecured or not.
Unsecured or not, yeah. Okay. But welcome in. If you're not following, follow. The viewership just jumped up.
Thanks to what's his name? AJ.
So AJ Marcos, the debate is highly welcome.
So AJ, you said, okay, you just said it. AK on the Wi-Fi in a cafe network. I mean, anyone that is connected to the guest network would see each other. Remember that.
Oh,
right?
Lorenzo, welcome.
Yeah.
Did you just study finished? Oh, I'm sorry. Ken has a question. Ken's question is, is it because port 80 has no certificate that is what is making it not secure?
It doesn't have any TLS encryption or SSL. I mean, SSL is old and weak, but it doesn't have any TLS encryption.
Okay, so Michael's asking if you're not on the cafe network, you can't sniff mic traffic.
Exactly, right? But now, if you are on the cafe network and you are using port 22, it's better than using port 80, right? Because remember, if your bank is using HTTP, right, you access your bank anywhere, right? It doesn't have to be only on your network. Right. So
CSFP said not true. You have isolated access on the network, so devices can't see each other.
Oh, with a guest network?
I don't know which one. I don't know if I answered. But anyway, CSFP, do you elaborate?
Yeah, CSFP. So remember, it's any device that is connected to a network will see each other, right? So although I'm in the cafe connected to a guest network, I wouldn't see the enterprise version of the enterprise network.
No,
right?
I think CSP was either answering the other person. I think he was answering Michael's.
Yeah, but if you're in the same network, by default, we should see each other, right? So if I'm connected to the guest Wi-Fi and you are connected to the guest Wi-Fi,
Hi, Tandy.
I will see your
Tandy,
traffic.
the debate is going on, but the answer is not 22. The answer is B.
80.
The verbiage is if it was unsecure and disabled, what would the port answer be? I missed something. So Sean, somebody said, what is 587 doing here? But which was what CSSP was saying that wait. Okay, CSSP says so, no, not true. You can have devices on the same network in isolation so they can't see each other.
Okay, so how do you implement that CISSP?
Is a lot to type.
Specifically on the guest network.
Okay, do share. So this is the debate, guys. Oh, you would need to be sniffing my traffic that passes through the router. Do you own the rogue net?
I mean, you can still set up rogue network. Yeah, you can still do that.
Turn off Wi-Fi discovery. Okay, I may have missed it.
But the issue now is, which one should we disable? Do you guys want us to disable port 22 instead of port 80?
No, it's not you guys. Everybody else agreed that it was, but it seems like 22 is the debate here. So a lot of people are now saying 22.
No, it shouldn't. No. I mean, if you said that in the exams, you get it wrong.
Well, that's a very matter of fact.
I mean, that is what they're asking for.
But that's what Michael's debate is saying.
It is. That is true. But I think it's also an ideal question too.
Okay, so it's bad and good.
Yeah, it is bad and good.
Okay, it's good. This is confusing.
Hopefully, someone will see a similar question.
I'm waiting for CSSP because it looks like what CSSP was about to say was good. Okay, and then C2 drop is saying depends on why you want to disable it and what you're protecting. Okay. Whoa. Okay. My all ports except which requires in your network, says Roshan, and then Michael's is saying that if you work in vulnerability management, they would tell you to disable both plus 587.
But remember, depending on what you are doing, right? If the device needs
sorry, CSP, I missed
remote management, right? Most corporates still use SSH into service, right? They do. Right.
Moto, you are good to go. Okay, some devices. Okay, some devices only. Okay, you use SSH instead of Telnet, and Telnet is in plain text.
Yeah.
So that's why he's saying that you can. What he was saying earlier about I lost train. But he said not true. You can see, so you can use. Okay, thanks, CISSP. All right, so we're gonna agree to disagree to this. Other than that, we're not even.
There's no agree to this. It should be port 80. There's nothing to it.
Okay. I feel like if you have experience that that wasn't okay. Yeah, I should have. Come on, this is secure means unshakable. Okay, so secure means unshakable. SSH is used as a jump box. It serves unhackable. Well, okay, so stop thinking secure means unhackable.
I mean, no one said it's unhackable. Anything is hackable.
Okay.
Anything. Right? The most secure companies have been hacked. It's
even
not about that.
Even if they use port
80. No.
So if they use port 80 or port 22 or whichever that is secure,
you can still be hacked.
Nothing is unhackable.
Yep,
okay.
You can still be hacked.
Okay, so.
But pertaining to this question, which one would be
Michael,
ideal?
you should come again for what you call it. Tomorrow's Linux Plus. Linux is not too controversial. But Security Plus, though.
Yeah.
But we're done, though. That was the last question, Michael. If you're not following, we've been here for almost an hour 50. We're trying to be here for an hour. So tomorrow is Linux Plus. Are you looking for more questions?
No.
Thursday is going to be Security Plus. Okay. Are you looking? No, Thursday Security Plus. But no, do come on by, okay? Okay. Oh, where are you watching from? It's 10:55. No, it is 10:55. No, Michael, that's a full-time job involved. There's a child involved. There's people that gotta go to school involved.
There's studying involved.
Yeah, we are in the East Coast too, so it is 10:55. So I was like, wait, the time changed. My fault. It still feels like 11. No, enough. Tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Tomorrow.
Oh, okay, fine. One more, because the view is still going up. Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, you got work to. Michael, you are feisty. Feisty. Welcome in. If you're not following, follow. Okay. Raheem, it looks like he's gonna do one more question. I don't know if it's true or not, but let's see. Mohammed said, all right, so tomorrow's going to be Linux Plus while he looks for the next question. The final question, because apparently this question rose a lot of controversy.
I mean, I don't think there should be any
Next
controversy.
Next question, please. Tomorrow's Linux Plus, Thursday Security Plus, Friday is Cloud Plus, Saturday is AWS Cloud Practitioner, Sunday is AZ 900. Everything, John. Why do you disable port 80 if it is the web server you are accessing? Okay.
I mean, so why would you?
That's what I'm being puffed. Thank you.
Oh,
Linux is quite boring. Okay. Thank you. All right. He's bringing up. This is the last question. Okay.
All right. Let's do the last question.
My attention span is off the roof.
All right. Let's try this last one.
Oh, this is not controversial, right? I hope to God.
Hopefully, unless AJ wants to bring something up again.
CSSP says you're not disabling anything. Oh, he's answering. Okay. Thanks, CSSP. All right, last question for tonight. Okay. Which of the following best describes what an organization will use port address translation for? Okay. Also keep in mind this is Security Plus. I'm sorry. This is Network Plus. Okay. All you advanced people in the chat, this is Network Plus, not the CSSP or the what's the other ones that is advanced in the chat. So, if you're not following Raymond, follow him. Okay, the full video will be on Network Plus. Wow, the full video will be on YouTube, and you can follow him on LinkedIn if you want. That's this Raymond. He has over 30 plus certification, including all his AWS, CSSP, and some of the Comptia up there, GitHub, all the good ones. Okay, so if you're not following, follow. Ooh. So Michael, if you were to pick one, what would it be? Okay, so we're stuck between B and C. It looks like majority is saying C though. So what's the answer? The CSSP answer, or did he leave? Oh, somebody said good night. I'm sorry. Good night. Good night. Oh, he probably left. I think it was Raheem. Okay. What's the answer?
All right. So the answer would be.
The way Coffee is saying C, it has to be C. Coffee, I'm taking a C.
It is C.
Okay. C.
It is C. All right. So it says, which of the following best describe what an organization would use port address translation for? Right. Mm-hmm. So non-routable addresses on the perimeter router. So non-routable IP addresses are private IP addresses, right? Okay. Private IP addresses, right? Because remember, port and NAT, right? They are all translation, right?
Yeah, CSBC just said that. It says Pat is a Superman of NAT.
Right. So yeah. So basically. Allowing, so remember when you get an internet, right? Most of the time your
I'm clapping for Rob.
Internet service provider as well usually gives you one public IP, right? One public IP. Even with companies, I don't think. I mean, some companies might have a few public IPs, but then the internal or non-routable IP or the private IP address or devices that are on the network are more than what the public IP address that you're going to get, right? So as an end user, right, when you request internet access, you usually get one public IP, right, which is dynamic. It changes, right? Or you can get static. It's up to you. So now, how would the 50 devices that you have internally be able to route on the internet, right? Okay. Or how do they get on the internet, right? And that is when NAT and PAT comes in.
CSSP said NAT equals to one, PAT equals to one to many.
There you go. So in this. What port address translation does is it maps the world. So let me bring it here. So now let's say you have an IP address. Let's say the public IP address that they give you was 20.2.2.1, right? That is the public address that your internet service provider gave you, right? So now if you have internal devices 192.168.1.1, right? Or let's do that too, right? And then we have the same thing, and this will go .3, right? And then .4. It's just an example, right? Right. So now these IP addresses are not routable on the internet. So you can't go on the internet using these IP addresses, right? It's private IP addresses, right?
Okay.
In order for you to be able to go on the internet, you have to use a public, and you only have what? One public IP. One public IP, right? So now, what NAT? Let's start with NAT, Network Address Translation. What it does is it would map what? Private IP to public, right? Which will be this. Right, so technically, only one device will be able to access the internet, which is not ideal, right? But what port address translation does is it uses what? It uses port numbers, right? So this will map to, I don't know, this port, right? Just an example, right? Similar to what? The next one. So if the next one is trying to access the internet, it's going to use what? A port to differentiate the request, right? And those will be a different port as well.
All right.
Right.
Brooklyn says network access. Okay. A jalapeno says if it's not routable, if it's not a routable address, it's like 169.169.x, right?
No. 169 IP address range is actually a PIPA, right? So devices
if it's not routable address, then it's like 169.x.
No.
Okay, so can you explain?
Yeah, 169. Yeah, I think that is the PIPA address. Non-routable IP addresses is RFC 1918, right? So every private IP address.
Okay. All right. So then he said he forgot, and then CSSP told him. Okay. And then Kiki's Beans is asking, why use PAT instead of NAT?
Of course, NAT is 1-to-1, right? So as I said, if you are an end user and you request internet access, your internet service provider will give you one IP address, right? But however, you have like 10 different devices on your network. How are they going to get access to the internet if you are using NAT, 1-to-1 mapping, right? That wouldn't work. So PAT is always one of the best options for one-to-many.
Okay. All right, this was the last question.
All right. Nothing from AJ?
No, AJ Marcus, I think you're getting a follower, so.
All right.
Welcome. All right, so this is the last one. Tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Time is going to be
Linux Plus.
Linux Plus, and then Thursday, Security Plus, Friday, Cloud Plus, Saturday, AWS Cloud Practitioner, Sunday, AZ 900, Monday, Comptia A Plus, Tuesday, same thing till, Lord knows when, but the idea is that whoever's joining is to pass the certification if they plan on taking it, okay? So if you're not following, follow. Full video will be on YouTube. Thanks for joining. Before somebody else says another one more question. Thank you all. Your participation is highly, highly appreciated. Thank you. We fight about Red Hat. Yeah. I'm getting to the point I'm going to leave you guys for Linux because I just can't with the headache. Good night, everyone.